Hey everyone, what's up? I'm Arden. Worley, as known as Chef, the most easiest character to starve to death in Don't Starve. Worley has a fast hunger rate and only eat cooked food. If he eats the same food repeatedly, the less hunger recovers. If he had meaty stew every day, 5 days later, it will only recover 45 hunger. Now you're playing the real Don't Starve. So, is Worley really that weak? It's totally not like that at all. As a chef, Worley's got mad skills, can whip up killer spices and dishes. They pack a variety of powerful boosts, such as improving damage or boosting efficiency. If you know the game well enough, you can play Worley as a best support in the team, or an almighty character that can provide various buffs. So in this video, I will show you guys how to play Worley properly like a pro. Don't Starve Ultimate Characters Guide. Worley, the chef. Worley start with a unique portable crock pot. Whip up meals anytime, anywhere. However, every time Worley eats, the recovery effect of the food will be reduced. The effect drops by 70% after eating it 5 times, unless you stop eating this food for 2 days. Then, the debuff clears up. Worley gets hungry faster. He will drain 180 hunger in 2 days. He also have a higher maximum hunger amount, 250 points. Makes Worley more resistant to hunger. Eating 3 meatballs can recover 168 hunger to Worley. So, we just have to eat every other day. Eat 3 meatballs at a time, and eat something else casually. Then you won't starve, and there is no debuff for eating the same food. Not to mention Worley can eat other dishes, like a big meaty stew that fills you up 150 points. So really, just knowing some basic cooking, then you can solve the starving problem easily. Of course, as Worley, if you want to stay healthy, you have to learn to cook dishes as much as possible. For example, butter muffin, pumpkin cookies, fruit medley, meat stew, meatballs, meatballs, and so forth. Toast Scotch eggs, bacon and eggs. But remembering recipes is a real big challenge. So, is there any simpler way? Any shortcut? Yeah, go tame a beefalo. Just ride on its back. Beefalo will take most damage from monsters for you. In this way, we barely need to heal, and Worley can use a portable pot. You can make the steamed twigs that the beefalo loves. Just reduce the difficulty of taming the beefalo. Since we have basically solved the shortcomings of Worley. Alright, now, let's just unleash Worley's awesome power, shall we? Start by setting up a beehive near your house. Plant some flowers next to it, and you will get a load of honey. This honey can not only make honey dishes, but also for making Worley's special honey crystals. Sprinkle it on the dish and eat it, and you will get a 4-minute boost. This honey powder really doubles your work speed, you know, making chopping and mining super fast. And you'll have endless basic materials, so beehives really pay off for Worley. And farming is even more critical for Worley. Most characters just plant potato and tomato, or tomato and potato, but Worley needs something different from that. In autumn or summer, plant chili, garlic, and onion in a 1:1 ratio. And just like that, boom, huge crops popping up everywhere. Grind peppers into chili flakes, gives your physical attack a sweet 20% buff. Grind garlic into garlic powder, reduce 33% damage that you take from the enemy. Worley spices and dishes do the trick. They work wonders for all. Even feeding to beefalo boosts defense and attack power, like with chili flakes or saddle beefalo. Just smashed right past 66 points of damage, folks. Let's you whack those little monsters one less time. That's huge difference. And in the spring, just some manure can get asparagus and dragon fruit growing 1:1, and you'll have huge crops hopping up everywhere. 2 asparagus, 2 ice cubes, makes asparagus acho within 5 minutes of eating. Drops your temp by 40 degrees. No more sweating like a pig in the summer heat. Dragon fruit and chili make a spicy salad within 5 minutes of eating. Raises temp by 40 degrees. No more shivering in winter cold. Just cozy vibes here. Extra seeds and veggies from farming. Toss it in a fish trap to catch some fish. Then throw in some frog legs and fish to cook. You'll whip up a fish corn blue. For 5 minutes after eating, wetness stays at 0. No more freaking out about spring waterproofing, folks. In addition to getting these exclusive dishes from Worley, you can plant some forget-me-lots while farming. Forget-me-lots with honey and ice make a soothing tea. Chug it down, bam. Get 15 easy sanity points. You can also get an effect that restores 30 sanity points in a minute, thanks to the extra effects from the food. It's just immune to the usual food debuffs that Worley has. So, every cup of soothing tea, it will boost your sanity by 30 points, making the non-Worley exclusive soothing tea super important for Worley too. Forget-me-lot is weeds. They just grow everywhere without a care in the world. With this, you can just sit back and enjoy a light sipping tea and chilling every day, you know. And Worley's strongest dish is the Volgoat Sofwa, short for electric sheep jelly, made with Volgoat horns and honey. Within 5 minutes of eating, all yours attack will come with an electric shock. It can cause 150% damage to dry targets, and it deals a whopping 250% damage to anything even slightly damaged. If you multiply the bonus of chili flakes, and just like that, Worley's attack power skyrockets, hitting a whopping 300%. Now you have the highest solo damage in Don't Starve. In addition, the jelly has a trick. Even though you can't feed it to beefalo, if a player who just ate it happens to ride a beefalo, then the beefalo gets the jelly's boost too. Of course, those Volgoat horns in there are like super rare, and they only drop from electric sheep, and that's just a 25% chance. You'll only find a couple of electric sheep herds in the Antwine Desert. It takes 1.5 to 2 days for a flock of electric sheep to breed one. Plus, there's a breeding cap of 6 per flock, even if you hunt for the horn every day. The output of goat horns is pretty limited. If you want more horns, you need more electric sheep. So, During those spring showers, dig suspicious dirt pile. If the dirt pile ends up in the Antlion Desert, you'll dig up a new electric sheet. So this electric sheet will breed a whole new block of its own. If the final spot of the dirt pile is in the Antlion Desert, then you won't get any electric sheet. You have to wait for a one-day cooling period before the next round of dirt pile refresh. So if the dirt pile moves away from the Antlion Desert, just stop digging it. Just go back to the Antlion Desert and wait for seconds until this round of dirt pile disappear. The character will say something when the dirt pile disappear. Then after 5 seconds, a new pile of dirt will pop up, but just barely out of the player's sight. This ensures we only dig up the electric sheet. Then it comes the one-day cooling period of digging dirt pile. After digging up enough electric sheet, we can hunt for the horn once. You will get a bunch of goat horns. That's how we get endless vote goats so far. Although whirly dishes are very powerful, but it all has an expiration date. Just step out for a few days, come on back, and guess what? It's all just a bunch of trash. That's when you need the ultimate freshness tool, wax paper, to solve this problem. And to get the wax paper, you have to be the bee queen. It's like a Frankenstein's monster of game mechanics and stats, but Whirly can pull off miracles with brute force. When the world gets jammed, eat spicy vote goats so far for triple damage, then gear up with 2 beekeeper hats for max durability, and control the little bees with 3 flutes. Then you can take down the bee queen in half day, and unlock an endless fresh keeping pack. No more worries about seeds and dishes expiring. The queen drops royal jelly. It can whip up at least 18 bottles of jelly beans. One can give Worley 120 health points and jelly beans health boosters. Just like a soothing tea perks you up, you won't get stuck in Worley's single food debuff. In some fights where riding beefalo just won't do, sugar beans heal up, garlic powder cuts damage. Worley's healing way more chiller than the other guys. Some folks might just casually say, Arden, you're such a big waster. You know, using 3 pan flutes just to beat the bee queen. Just so you know, mandrake for pan flutes, super tough to regrow. No worries, guys. The mandrake for making pan flutes is recyclable actually. When we're playing the pan flute, to retain 1 durability, then use deconstruction staff to break down the almost worn out flute and get back the most crucial mandrake to craft a brand new full durability pan flute. In this whole process, what we need is some reeds and deconstruction staff compared to bee bashing loot. Honestly, these costs are just peanuts. Seriously. Of course, to get the deconstruction staff, you've got to challenge the ruins first. Although there are many difficulties in the ruins, if you're a well-prepared Worley, the ruins is not even a problem. It's really quite dark in the ruins. So, take 2 underground glow berries and 2 berries, whip up a Worley special glowberry mousse. Eat this for a 2-day glow. No filter needed. It can work as a light equipment in most situations, saving your inventory slot. And riding a beefalo with the cooking benefits, you don't even need a weapon to explore the whole ruins. Even worms turn into tasty dishes. Shadow beasts are walking nightmare fuel. Seriously, scary shadow monkey's army, you can smash them by riding a beefalo with its movement speed advantage. Just keep an eye out for that clockwork bishop. Because of its ranged attack, it can directly hit Worley on the beefalo's act. So when you bump into a bishop, don't forget to gear up. If you stand by the shadow light in the ruins, your sanity will drain fast. In low sanity, shadows will keep harassing us. Just hop on the bee queen crown. You can flip the nightmare lights effect. Turn that nightmare light into a serious sanity booster. Got it? Clearing ruins can snag you loads of extra purple gems. Purple gems can make telelocator staffs. Using them above ground boosts world moisture by 500 points. Just try a few times, you'll see it starts raining up there. Once it starts to rain, the world turns dim. Perfect for maxing out Goat's Hope Wash power. It's also very important to craft construction amulet in ruins, cause beefalo needs 2 fancy saddles to boost stats. You know, whipping up these bad boys isn't exactly cheap. Lost Hammer Saddle boosts speed by 55%. Needs 68 butterfly wings to make. Add 16 points to your attack with a war saddle. You'll need 4 steel wool to make it. Gathering them is a pain, but with construction amulet, you can have the materials needed. However, even in this case, the 2 steel wool for the war saddle, it is still very difficult to collect. Usually, you gotta beat a Uicus to get him. And Uicus, you find him by digging through dirt piles. The earlier you are, the slimmer the chance of spawning Uicus. Just 2.5% chance to snag some Uicus in day 1. After day 100 and beyond, the max probability is 17%. Flip a dirt pile, find a critter, then you have to wait for a day. That's when the next pile just hops right up. Lucky for you, if it's winning at a barg or Uicus, halfway through, it turns into a monster dirt pile. In this scenario, the monster pile have a 69% chance of refreshing in the first 6 piles. So, we can use the same tricks as finding electric sheep. By the time we hit the 6th pile, there's a 14% chance to flip a creature. And then it's a day's cooldown for the piles. Then if you dig for the 6th pile, it's not a monster pile yet. Just stop digging. Wait for the piles to reset. When it's reset, stand on the edge of the continent. This can narrow the refresh range of the next round of initial dirt piles, and try to dig the dirt piles in the open terrain. Otherwise, it's easy to have dirt piles that's locked from view by an obstruction. With these tricks, we can easily shovel up those monster piles, no problem at all. There's a 50% chance they'll point to Uicus. Find the Uicus, and you gotta know how to handle it. Uicus will attack players who get too close. It uses spit skills for endless control, but it can't control beefalo. So just ride, and you can easily kill Uicus. Craft a war gear using the seal wool that it drops. Now you have collect all equipments that Worley need. Actually, what we need is some game knowledge and strategy. Just take it easy and grow step by step. You know, beating all monster with riding a fully equipped beefalo. There is no pressure in all environments. Collecting all kinds of resource easily. A variety of dishes, super buffs. The perfect character is Wily.